Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and thank you for joining me for this quick standing flow. So in this practice we are going to focus on connecting body with breath, with movement, and inviting a little bit of energy into our body. So you don't need anything for this, just yourself and your mat, and whenever you are ready, let's begin. Okay everyone, so let's meet standing today on our mats with the feet about hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back, let the arms hang by the sides, and just take a second to close the eyes. And as we close the eyes, just begin to drop into your breath, finding nice deep inhales and full exhales. Finding a connection between the mat and the soles of your feet. Finding length and energy through the legs and through the spine. Keep the shoulders soft. Take 2 more full deep breaths here. And after your second breath, we can open up the eyes. And as we inhale, we're going to sweep the hands up to the sky, bring the palms together, and exhale the hands down through center. And again, we take a nice big inhale, reaching up a little bit higher this time, stretching the waist. Exhale, hands through center. Final time, inhale, reach it up, maybe look up towards the sky, and then exhale, hands come down through center. Nice, inhale to take the hands up one more time, and this time we're going to take hold of the right wrist. Think about pulling the right arm up and over into your side bend, so we find a little bit of length through the right hand side of the body. We can either stay here or we can cross the right leg over the back of the left. Just lengthening out the right hand side. Take one more breath here. And then bring everything back to center. Take hold of the left wrist. Reach that left arm up and over. Extending through the left hand side of the body. Maybe crossing the left foot behind the right. One more breath here. And then come back to center. Take a nice big inhale. And as we exhale, bend the knees and fold forwards all the way into your standing forward fold. So you can have a nice bend through the knees here. We just want to think about everything from the hips up, relaxing. We want to think about the shoulders heavy, the head heavy. Maybe take a little shake of the head as if we're saying no. A little nod like we're saying yes, just letting go of any tension from your neck. And then coming back to stillness. And on your next inhale, we're going to find our halfway lift. So we're going to bring the palms of the hands somewhere along the fronts of the legs until we can straighten out the knees. So what we want to think about here is length through the back. So imagine someone is pulling the crown of your head forwards, pulling your tailbone back, and lengthening your spine. You're also going to feel a nice deep stretch through the backs of the hamstrings here, maybe even in through the glutes. And just hold it here for a few breaths, and if this becomes a little bit easier with each breath, we might start to walk the hands a little bit lower towards the feet or towards the mat. But make sure that we have the chest open and that we're not rounding through the spine. Take one more breath here. And then bend the knees and come all the way up, coming all the way into standing. Nice. From here, we're going to focus on grounding down through the soles of our feet. We can bring the hands together in heart center, and we're going to lift the left knee up towards the chest. Finding a little bit of balance here. If we feel a bit wobbly, we can keep the left toes on the mat, but if we're feeling good, we stay here. If we want to add a twist, we can bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee and maybe reach the left hand towards the back of your mat. Take a breath here. And then bring everything back to center, hands at heart center. And then we might start to bend through the right knee. We might find a little bit of a crossover with the knees. And just sit back and down here with the hips. So we are holding all of our weight in that right thigh. Take one breath here. And then press into the right foot, reach it up and step that left foot all the way back into your high lunge. Inhale to reach the hands up here and hold it here for a nice deep breath. Maybe take the arms a little bit wider than we normally would. Take an inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it up and wide. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach it up and wide. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, up and wide. Exhale, hands to heart center. Straighten out through the front knee and plant the back foot onto your mat. We want to keep our hips facing forwards here. So we are squaring off the hips towards the top of our mat. We're going to reach the hands behind the low back and then either interlink the fingers here or maybe take hold of opposite elbows. We're going to keep both legs nice and straight as we inhale to stand tall. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward over that right leg. Just come as low as feels good, or you can keep the body nice and high today. Just welcoming that stretch in through the hamstrings. Keep the chest open, the shoulders rolling back. One more breath here. And then after your exhale, standing all the way back up, we can release the hands at the back, reach the hands up. And then as we exhale, draw the hands to heart center and step the back foot forwards. Nice inhale to reach both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to stand all the way back up. Reach the hands up to the sky and then exhale the hands back to heart center. Nice. Once again, we are going to find that sense of grounding through the feet. Only this time we're going to shift the weight over into the left foot as we draw the right knee up towards the chest. And again, if we're feeling unbalanced, we can keep the toes connected to the floor. That's okay. But if we are balanced, we might add a twist by bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee and maybe reaching the right arm back. Staying tall through the spine here, strong through the supporting leg. One more breath. And then bring everything back to center, hands to heart center. And we might bend the left knee, try to cross the right knee over the top, finding our eagle legs here. So we're sitting back and down with our hips. Holding it here, the chest is open, the spine is long. And then press into the left foot. Bring everything back to center and then step the right foot all the way back onto tippy toes. Find your high lunge, bending through the front knee. Nice inhale here to reach the hands up to the sky. Maybe take the arms a little bit wider than we normally would. Look up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. And again, we inhale, reach it up and wide. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach it up and wide. Exhale, heart center. One more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, heart center. And then from here, straighten out the front knee, plant the back toes and foot onto the mat and square off your hips. So have your chest and your hips looking directly forwards towards the front of your mat. We're going to release the hands, either interlinking the fingers behind the back or holding on to opposite elbow. Take an inhale as we stand tall. As we exhale, we're going to start to fold the upper body down over that front leg, only coming as low as feels good, keeping both legs straight, inviting that stretch into the hamstrings. With every exhale, we might start to go just a little bit lower. And then after your next exhale, release yourself all the way back up into standing, release the arms. And then as we inhale, reach the hands up, step the back foot forwards, and exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. From here, we want to bring the feet together. We want to keep the soles of the feet connected to the mat. Release the arms down by the sides and then sweep the hands up as we find our chair pose. So we sit back and down with our hips. Taking a few deep breaths here, sitting as low into the hips as feels good. Maybe lifting those toes off the mat for 3 deep breaths here. And then after your 3rd breath, we can release the hands down towards the floor. We take a bend through the knees, find your forward fold. Maybe take the feet as wide as the mat here. Maybe take hold of opposite elbows and find a little sway side to side. Just letting go of the breath here, letting go of any tension that we're holding through the spine, through the neck. And then coming back to center. If we're holding elbows, we can release and then press into the feet, reach all the way up to standing. Hands come up one final time. Exhale the hands together at your heart space. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this practice has left you feeling a little bit more energized than you were at the beginning. If you like this, please give it a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe and have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste.